11/6/64, Beatles, take two.
Very nice coming out in all that rain.
Yeah, it was great.
Did you enjoy the rain?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
well,
quite funny standing there in your new coat.
Seeing as they got soaked, though, you know, we didn't mind, did
We'd like
we?
to pay a tribute for you coming on the open cut in that cut ground because the kids have been waiting all night and they appreciate it.
Well, they deserved it, didn't they, waiting all night?
I hope you're wearing drip-dry clothes, were you?
No, we thought it was going to be sunny.
George,
And our cases haven't gone
who
in.
selected the name the Beatles, and how did you derive this particular name with
Well,
the BEA instead of
John
BEA?
got the name Beatles
In a vision.
ages ago. We wanted, when we needed a name, and everybody was thinking of a name, and he thought of Beatles.
Why the BEA instead of the BEE?
Well, actually, you know.
Well, you know, if they left it with BEE, it was hard enough getting people to understand why it was BEA, never mind.
Paul, what do you expect to find here in Australia?
Australians.
Do you have any acknowledged leader of the group?
No, not really.
He's
Since the woman on the film cut it good, but I don't trust anybody else.
This is the film Beatlemania, is it?
No, it's not
it's
called
not
that. That's
called
another story. That's
A Hard Day's
Hard
Night.
Day's Night it's called.
Are you satisfied with the finished product?
Well, it's as good as anybody that makes a film who can't act, you know.
Are you individually millionaires yet?
No, that's another lousy room. I wish we were.
Brian Epstein, a millionaire.
No, even he's not one, poor fellow.
Where does all the money go?
Well, a lot of it goes to Her Majesty.
She's a millionaire.
You stood on the balcony outside, is that right?
Pardon?
We heard you stood on your head on the balcony outside.
No, we don't have to get some room.
You didn't stand in here.
How do you feel being in with the Beatles, a newcomers, standing in for Ringo?
It's a good experience, man.
How is
Marvellous.
Ringo?
He's much better. He joins them on Sunday.
What do you do then?
I go back to London and they're fixing up a band for me and I do some television.
And he's away.
You seem to be progressing pretty well with your Beatle haircut.
Yeah, well, I've been growing it for about 3 months.
How long does it take to get a magnificent mane like this?
I don't know, I can't remember being without it.
Do you ever go to the barbers, John?
No, you know, I've no milk.
John, your book's been a great success, and some people say it reminds them of The Goon Show, and some people say it reminds them of Finnegan's Wake by James Joyce. Have you ever heard The Goon Show? Have you ever read Finnegan's
I've
Wake?
heard the Goon Show, most of them, you know, because I had a lot of time at home when that was going. I've never read Finnegan's Wake. And some other fellow just mentioned somebody else. It's like so many people. I've never heard of them. Leacock, isn't it?
Leacock.
Leacock.
John, talking about the Goon Show, what do you think a bald-headed Beatle would look like?
Well, he looked like a fellow with no hair.
How do you think he'd make a living?
Well, there's some in America. There's a group that's got bald heads. But, you know, they don't stand a chance on earth, if you ask me.
Talking about your book, John, did you entirely write your book, or were you given help? Did you actually write it?
No, I mean, no, who's going to help you with a thing like that?
You never ghostwrite.
No, if I was right, people get ghostwriters for novels and things. Oh, well, I wrote in the beginning, he wrote the intro and helped with a couple of the stories. He was only mentioned on one because they forgot. That's all.
George.
Paul, you won't mind us asking you this question, I'm sure. We'd read that there was some adverse comment in England about a couple of you fellows taking the girls on a holiday. How did you react to this? What did you think of this? What's your point of view? People here would like to know.
Narrow-minded. That's what I thought. That's all I can say.
Thing is, you know, they either go out with girls and get talked about, or don't and get talked about more, don't they?